Hello friends, as usually I will try shortly underline the main results of the year for Ukraine and summarize the general situation around Ukraine. Throughout 2023, political and military processes in Ukraine have undergone very serious changes. In the first half of 2023, Ukraine managed to maintain a relatively stable situation at the front, as well as strong and even expanding support from allied countries, which were in positive anticipation of a large-scale counteroffensive of Ukrainian troops in the south of the country, following the example of Kharkov or Kherson counteroffensive operation in the fall of 2022. At the same time, the country had a very strong leadership model of governance, in which real and nominal power was consolidated in the hands of President of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, and his short team. Vladimir Zelensky's popularity was in the range of 70 to 80% of public support, and his party segment of people had from 40 to 50% of support. But the failure of Ukrainian counteroffensive, together with the results of the formation of a conservative Republican majority in the United States House of Representatives, and the escalation of internal confrontation in the United States and European Union led to a decrease of external political, military and financial assistance and increasing uncertainty around Ukraine. A fall in the ratings of the authorities and the president of Ukraine within the country, the formation of alternative centers of popularity, and increased political conflict, public fatigue and disappointment happened in Ukraine. A series of serious corruption scandals within Ukraine and examples or public examples of ineffective government administration against the backdrop of monopolization of power only worsened the situation. At the same time, Russia has not achieved her goals in Ukraine and was able to occupy only near 500 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory during past year. You can see it on the map, how this territory were changing during the two Russian offensive operation on Bakhmut and Avdiivka, and during the Ukrainian counteroffensive operation in the south of Ukraine. But Russia shows her long will in conflict with the Ukrainian West. Also, the situation in Ukraine was negatively affected by other international conflicts and confrontations. First of all, I'm talking about the conflict between Israel and Hamas group and competition between China and the United States, which did not allow the Russian Federation to be completely isolated from international markets and the sanctions policy to be highly effective. The European Union's stabilizing decision for Ukraine to begin negotiations on the country's accession to the Union was made at the end of the year and has so far had a limited effect due to the complexity and of the procedure and European Union requirements, accumulated fatigue and disappointment within Ukraine, and the deterioration situation at the front, previous refusal to join NATO in July 2023. By the end of the year, two key turn points took place in Ukraine. The first one, after the failure of counteroffensive and reduction of Western assistance, the military initiative at the front passes to the Russian Federation. Ukraine and Western allies, led by the United States, decide to switch to a strategic defense. A plan has been announced to build a large defensive line, which should start from the front line between Ukraine and the Russian Federation and the end at the Ukrainian-Polish-Belarusian border. But defense also requires significant resources and new mobilization, which is extremely unpopular in Ukrainian society. And the second turn point, there is a decrease in the ratings of the authorities in the end of the year. President Vladimir Zelensky is from 40 to 50% support, and the government and parliament have much less. The process, at the same time, the process of elevating an alternative leader started. The commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzhny, has rating more than 40% of support. It is very equal to the ratings of support of Vladimir Zelensky. And possible party of Valery Zaluzhny has potentially 36% of support. It is 10% more than Vladimir Zelensky's bloc has for nowadays, near 26. That is, the political system is conditionally divided into two camps, Vladimir Zelensky and Valery Zaluzhny. The rating of other competitors of Vladimir Zelensky are also growing up, and an active political struggle is unfolding in Ukraine. At the same time, the demand for an end to the war is growing in society. Half of the population, half of the Ukrainians are already in favor of stopping, freezing, or negotiate this conflict, or starting even the negotiation. Also, by the end of the year, Ukrainian state and society were approaching the brink of exhausting human, military, and economical resources to continue high-intensity hostilities. And our fate increasingly depends on external support and the geopolitical situation. Thank you, friends, for watching this vlog. We have not many good news today. Don't forget to subscribe for this channel. I will continue to inform you, to talk with you on the live translation about the situation in Ukraine and around Ukraine. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, warm, safe, and prosperity for your families, friends. Bye-bye.